Something I have never seen before in my entire life is happening right now in college football. And it's bizarre, it's weird. I'm not going to give you some crazy stats or something like, no, it's straight up, I've never seen this happen. De'Aaron King, the starting quarterback at the University of Houston, is totally healthy. And he's also absolutely unshakable as the starting quarterback at his college. Nobody's taking his job. He's not in trouble. He's not getting beat out. He's not a risk. He's the guy, and he's healthy. And yet it has been announced that he is redshirting this year, and he's not playing at all the rest of this season. He's redshirting, he's saving a year of eligibility, and finishing his degree at Houston. It's very, very bizarre. He's a really good quarterback. He's thrown for 50 touchdowns in his career. He's rushed for 28 more. And here's the statement he made at a press conference the other day. He said, "After carefully thinking through this process with my family and Coach Holgerson, I've decided the opportunity to redshirt this season gives me the best chance to develop as a player, earn my degree, and set me up for the best success in the future." He also said, "I'm looking forward to being a part of the success of this program moving forward." He's telling everybody, I'm redshirting, I'm going to get my degree, but I'm also going to stay and be a part of University of Houston football. And so it's very weird to me. This doesn't add up. Now, let's consider a couple of options. To be the devil's advocate, let's talk about, okay, what if he actually does stay at Houston? You could argue it's possible that, his team is 1-3. He's got a new head coach. He doesn't know the system very well. And academics clearly are important to him. He wants to get his degree. He's telling people, I want to get my degree. And maybe he's in his senior year. The classes are a little bit harder. He's like, the best thing for me, honestly, would be to finish my degree. We're having a bad year anyways. I'll learn the system better. Next year, I'll have my degree. I can take a lighter class load. And guess what I can do? I'll know the system better. We'll have a fresh start. We won't be 1-3. We'll have a fresh start to have a good season next year. There's a slim chance that he actually is considering staying at the University of Houston and trying to give himself a better position and a better chance to succeed next year. And he doesn't want to waste his senior year going 1-3 and then having a bad year the rest of the year with hard classes and stress and all this stuff. There's a possibility that that's what he's thinking and that he truly does plan to stay at Houston. But man, I got to call crap. There's no way. I do not believe that De'Aaron King is actually planning to stay at the University of Houston long term. I just don't buy it. Of course, he has to say he's planning to stay. I know he said that. People will comment, well, he said he's going to stay. Of course, he has to say that. He has to stay so he can earn his degree. So he has to convince people at Houston, hey, I'm going to be here. I'm taking a weird decision. And yes, make up all this crap. Who knows? Maybe his grades are struggling. Who knows what's going on? But of course, he has to stay. He has to tell people he's planning to stay because then he can stay on scholarship and get his degree. But once De'Aaron King has his degree, then he can graduate, transfer wherever he wants, and be immediately eligible to play day one wherever he goes. Getting his degree would allow him to be a graduate transfer and go anywhere he wants. Of course, he has to tell people he's staying. That's the only way he can get his degree and make it work. Personally, I love what De'Aaron King is doing. Whether he's planning to stay or not, what he's doing is he is using the system to his advantage. That's the word that comes to mind with me. De'Aaron King doesn't owe Houston anything. And he really also doesn't owe the NCAA anything. And what's cool to me is the world is changing. And culture with athletes is slowly changing over the course of this year and my lifetime. Things are just really, really taking a turn towards options and opportunities for athletes. Again, what De'Aaron King is doing is a brilliant way to use the system to his advantage and to his benefit. Kids now have more information than ever before with the internet, with cell phones. People are now more aware of their options. So whether he's planning to stay or leave, clearly he's found an option that's better for him, and it's an outside-the-box thought that no one's really done before. And to me, that's really, really cool. What's interesting is the big divide between older generations and younger generations. Younger generations look around and go, I don't need to put up with nonsense anymore. I don't. And older generations will get mad when you say that and go, well, Zach, or whatever it is, you got to remember, you need to struggle. And yes, I lived in a mobile home my life. My brother died. I've been through a lot of struggling. A lot of people have been through struggling. I'm sure De'Aaron King's been through struggling. People will say, you should stay at the University of Houston. You should do this because you're going to learn something and all this stuff. And that's great. But De'Aaron King has a plan clearly. And he doesn't want to put up with nonsense anymore. Maybe he doesn't like his head coach. Maybe he wants to play at a better program that can actually win games. Who knows what's going on? But clearly, De'Aaron King has a plan. And I don't know that we really know his plan. He might be telling us one thing. I don't think he's really telling us honestly what he's got planned. But whatever he's doing, it's a wild, outside-the-box way of solving a problem. And I love it. And clearly, by the way, he's committed to getting a degree. So that's the NCAA should be really happy with that. I don't know what he's going to do. My guess is he's planning to leave. Go to a better program. Be the star somewhere at a big school, like a bigger school. I know Houston's a big school. But maybe a top-level Power 5 conference. Maybe he just doesn't like his coach. Who knows? I'm speculating. Maybe he loves Dana Holgorsen. Maybe he's planning to stay and he wants to just finish his degree and then have an easier class load so he can focus on football next year. Who knows? But the truth is nobody does. Nobody has any idea other than his family and him. Nobody knows what's going on. So I'm just going to follow this story and see how it progresses because I'm really curious. I've never seen a guy totally healthy, not in danger of losing his job, decide to suddenly redshirt and take the year off. Never happened. A guy who clearly loves football. So I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm excited to see what does indeed come to fruition for De'Aaron King. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my podcast, Strong Opinion Sports. It is my favorite thing in the entire world. And you may not know, my dream when I graduate college eventually is to do this show as my full-time job. Now, I also want to be very upfront and honest about my plan and what's going on. I recently monetized my YouTube channel. What that means is that some of my videos make money through ad revenue. Now, it's fewer than you think. A lot of my videos get claimed. But in the past, I've received donations through the form of PayPal and Patreon.com. PayPal.me/Zach Schaumler, Patreon.com/Zach Schaumler. So because I'm making ad revenue, it felt weird to just get donations. I wanted to give something back to the people who support me on Patreon. So now there's a reward. If you support me on Patreon, you can submit questions at the dollar level or above. You just need to give $1 a month. If you do that, you can submit questions to a pool of questions where I look at. I'll read all the questions on Patreon, and I pick the top couple every episode and read them and answer them on a segment called Ask Zach. Pick the top couple questions and answer them at the end of every single episode. Now, that's for people who want to support me with money. If you have no money to give, I totally understand. I've actually never supported anybody on Patreon. I feel kind of weird about that. I'm a broke college kid myself. I totally understand. But if you believe in me and if you believe in my dream and still want to help me, one thing you can do is help me grow by telling your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow by telling your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. Guys, thank you so much. I know that was a long spiel. I really appreciate it, and hope you have a great day.